Body down in mid, what's going on? This second round is going the way of G2 in a big way. It is all on Happy. The lone lurk for the side of Envy, 1 versus 3, bombs down and very much in control of G2.
Yeah, they got into positions where it's really hard to use those Mac 10s. And now, once again, long-range Mac 10 is not
wrecking people time and time again. MBK having a good performance as well. And as we continue into this now, we can see Envy, they've got to buy together. AK's angle, they're about to round the corner. They've only got 20 seconds left. He's got to try and put a stop to this madness as the push comes through. Smoke's raining on in. He misses the first shot, but MBK's there to try and help him out. Quickly, he's going to lose that buffer, but Shock steps up, gets himself the first, steps out in the waiting arms of Sixer, who does find the frag. Only 5 seconds left, and Body, he's waiting on the other side of the smoke. Bomb's going to be allowed to go down as he waits for Apex to rotate on round into position. 2v2. They're in the afterplants, and Sixer with the AWP waiting patiently. Little does he know, just to his right, Body is there in the cubby, waiting for Apex to make his way up through apps. He takes the peek out, but Body's going to go down in a flash. Now it's all on Apex, and Sixer out. Shoxy's so far down Banana, of course it is, and this is a strategy they've done time and time again. The Molotov going to start to burn these players down. They're roasting into fire and flames. They don't even get into the site before they're completely decimated. And RPK trying to do all he can with the P250. Scream's able to find one, and these pistols are working. What's going on? Scream finally going to be dealt with. And actually, he spots Happy, but Happy's going to land the tag. Down goes Kenny. Now it's all on Shox and Body. That's Scream and XNS. They've rotated around from B. Both these players just waiting for that defuse to come on in. Body lines them up. They walk out in front of him, and he gets them both. The spray finds both frags necessary. It's all on Happy, but Body goes the full mile, gets the...
Gets the frag, and now it's a 2v3, still doable here. Sixer with a kit and full armor as well. AK on Scream and Sixer. They have the full setup, but they have to retake now because the bomb's going to get planted. Kenny has long range AWP towards that CT spawn. They have 2 smokes and a Molotov on that T side. And almost an impossible retake for Enemyverse, but can they do it? Can they come out on top? It's going to be bye-bye on this map if they don't.
Looking like they were going to try and play the boost, but instead Scream and Sixer making their way on through. Kenny down on Banana. The crossfire set up on the site. Body just railing shots in through the smoke. Might be able to find something, but it's Scream, the first man out over towards. Coffin's going to go down at the hands of Body. It's all on Sixer, 1v3. Got to try and get some work done, but it's not going to happen. Body finishes him off, and that'll be G2. Yeah, I'm hoping we can see them try and grab control of the drop and then just wall the smokes out towards that B bomb site. I feel like something like that could work out very well for them. Instead, we're going to be seeing 3.
Getting that entry into drop and getting that second one holding the angle down. 9-1 still. But
actually, RPK is going to roast in the fire and flames a bit, then finished off by Body. The trade going to come in courtesy of Happy, but very, very quickly, MBK springing into drop down to try and continue to hold this position. Apex up close with the Mag 7, laying the hurt down, gets himself 2. The Mag 7 Warrior ready to pick up a 10th round for G2, putting the hurt down. It's all on Scream, the headshot machine, who right now can't get anything done. He is going to fall in bat. Scream and Happy still on the site. XMS with a near shot as well to try and assist these guys in holding it down. The crossfire set up. 45 seconds left means G2 could try and dip in through in towards that B bomb site or go for the rotate, but they're going to commit towards A. Body, the man on the entry, gets one and gets the second as well. Down goes Scream.
Drop-centric push applied.
Yeah, Shox, again, a guy who can really create plays from this position. Has a couple guys coming out along B platform as well, so they're definitely looking just to try to split this thing heavy, put those AKs to work.
Corrupt's going to line them up. There's one and a second as well, and they're going to be moving straight into his crosshair, and he will apply.
It's quickly dealt with, and now it's just a cleanup for G2 as they will take that lead back.
There he is. Kenny S with a 4K. It's an eco, but still.
Smoke, but Shox can get through.
He's worried that someone's going to be at the top of drop, which is where Body was. He has claimed his head. Also that someone could be on the right-hand side, and now Burrup, who didn't realize there was a player in the smoke, Shox will greet him up close and personal before he puts the knife in his back. Nestillion trying to trade off with a couple players. It's a valiant attempt, but down he will go all the same. And 3 on 4. Position of the bomb on the site, about to get planted. This is where the lack of kits is going to start to hurt, but 2 incendiaries could give them a gateway back onto the site. If they can draw one of these teams out into the open, maybe kills will be forthcoming. Body, Kenny S, and Kenny S again will be shutting the door in the face of...
Or something like that, so they really picked it up once the middle of the first half kind of started. And really, it was once Kenny S got an AWP in his hands, he was...
Push. Shox. Very nearly KO'd. Down to 8. Double nade will be in play. Cillian gets destroyed by Bodies 5-7. S-Attacks to come through with 3 kills as they line up for him. Conga lining their way to death in drop zone. And now Shocks and his Deagle not able to get the damage. That comfort will be converted into rounds. 9-9. Can't really separate these two teams as it stands. Whole bunch of nades and Shocks has been picked off. They spray through the smoke. Cillian using the UMP. Exactly what it's designed for. MBK with 2. Coming around the corner of the USP. Gonna pick up a 3rd as well. And the bomb to make matters worse. Last round, that's no kids. And with Shocks missing that, it's gonna open up things nicely for Tricked, who may just pull the trigger on this execute.
Yeah, they're going to do the exact same thing. Again, they got to be careful about Z Connector because of how much Trick can threaten it.
Perhaps really going for a kill. Body. Oh, it's unfortunate. He looks to his left-hand side just as he gets peeked. All alongside Kenny and Shocks. But now it's Cillian's turn to maybe shine. Orb gets picked up. G2 looking to rack another round up here. So much time left. I mean, even the idea of saving at this stage is going to seem pretty nuts, and I think that's why Cillian goes for the peaks. Flashes are plenty. Apex can't see too much, but fortunately Kenny S can, and he will not miss his opportunity. Apex with the AK-47 will be charging in close range. Actually gets put down by... And he does shut down the push. Kenny S with another AWP frag. I know it's all the long-range weapons in play for G2, as they do lose one of their AWPs. Shocks, all that remains in a 1-on-2. There's the first one, and now can he pick it up onto S-Attack? There's a Molotov landing by his face. He has to turn tail and run back to the Ivy side. 20 seconds left. S-Attack still doesn't have control over the bomb. At this stage, he pretty much just has to go for the A play. And Shocks, he has read this situation, but can he land the shot? If he misses, he could very well be a dead man, and the bomb is going to get planted by S-Attack, who's just going to sit there and wait. It's all gone eerily quiet between these two, and finally we're going to see some movement. It's going to be down to Shocks, who's going to take the initiative, and it's going to be S-Attack that puts him the abyss of Pop Dog. That nade will be dodged by and large by Burrup. Only needs 10. Was close to eating a chunk more. Close range. Cillian was trying some shenanigans, but NBK will pick up yet another kill. We've already discussed about how well he's playing. He's already up to 20 bomb. Stepping up when it's required.
This looks like G2 are ready to go ahead and put the pedal to the metal here on this outer bomb side as they begin to pour out of outer and start pushing Trick back. Though Burrup is finding a little bit of success. It's quickly limited. Trick are fighting back in this round, though. They're staying in it for a bit.
Yeah, they're making a go of it. I mean, they're not just getting bowled over, but as soon as those weapons...
Very tricky to deal with in the back corner of the site, but his rotation's so far off that if he goes down, this slide is wide open, and there it is from Amanek. So that plant is definitely going to go down uncontested, and now it's these two are going to have to try to make a retake and Amanda. And that means Sean gets to work from a 5-on-4 very early, usually pretty good at reading these mid-rounds when he has the advantage like this.
On a map like Cobblestone, which is one of the highest in terms of maneuvering from one site to the other from CT's perspective, this is really rough. Fortunately, Edward is going to come through on the headshot wall and start connecting, but he will very much live by the sword and die by it. Shazam puts him 6 foot under. A 3-on-3 sees exceptionally low, but Flamey gets the free frag onto Sick. Now is able to free himself up for a potential second one. Not going to happen, and this is where C's lack of health could really become an issue. One bullet and he's a dead.
Then all of a sudden, Simple just comes through, makes a massive play, hat trick.
This one cleanly, and well, there you go. Devek straight out with his sidearm will be laying Simple to rest. Flamey's gone the same way. They are able to retrieve the M4. There's no Kevlar, it should be mentioned, on Misfits. Aim Punch going to be a very real nuisance in which they have to contend with. And they have evened it back up and actually gone a step further as C's comes through with 4 massive kills in the end. It's against an equals to maybe go for an execute here, Dust. And Amanek is holding a much more passive angle this time, although he can see the top of Catwalk.
Yeah, they also have another player close by Z as well, so they're going to pretty fast rotate in here, but it's just going to be about Na'Vi trying to get this bomb plan. They've already succeeded in that right.
Yeah, bomb will go down. Incendiary lands on the site, but they should be able to wait, bide their time. Guardian Actually, no. The bomb was dropped out. I didn't quite count, and considering that Misfits are at 5-0, they can afford to throw a couple of these weapons away if it could get them this bomb defusal. Guardian on upper, and Seized has a Molotov. But Shazam's going to pick up another kill. This is going horribly wrong for Na'Vi, who looked in great shape to take this round, and now Seized is going to be getting himself round the side as the bomb is being defused. There's not going to be enough time for that Molotov to do anything, and the bomb's been defused fully. Misfits have picked up a 6. But that utility simply isn't going to count for too much. Seized straight through the smoke, though, is going to land himself a kill, switching to the USP. In fact, it's a P2000 for Shazam. Amanek can't get him down.
Yeah, so a bit of a back and forth pistol round here thus far, but Na'Vi do finally break through Ivy, and so that they have a little bit of map control to work with. They are pinned up, though, against Green Train as 6 swings around the T connector. Actually going to be able to blindside a player. Blindsides another, just finishes it himself. Well done by Sick. What a round.
Aggressive again. Guardian, dead and buried. I can't quite believe what I'm witnessing here. Misfits are tearing Na'Vi to pieces on train.
You could tell they wanted to go for one of those heavy inter-executes we were talking about that they might, think about in their timeout. But they, again, when Shazam just disrupts you like that, now all of a sudden you have to slow things down and kind of reset. This buys time for more rotations, and Shazam still keeps finding kills with this AWP.
He's so aggressive right now. You can see the confidence surging through him. Oh, what a no-scope that is onto Simple. Been racking so hard in box walls, no one wants to face him. Here comes the auto sniper as well from Amanek. Shazam gonna get caught from the side. Flamey will put him out of his misery, and now Flamey comes through for a second. Could this be the moment? Sean Gares, AK-47 in hand, bomb still hasn't been planted, but time in favor of Flamey and Na'Vi, and Flamey will finally, in the last round...
a little bit more heavy-handed on just trying to execute rather than play defaults, and Simple almost was kind of the thing that threw that awry, right? He was kind of hiding firebox, it wasn't checked, he gets the bomb planner, but Misfits still play their way through it all. They're starting to tighten their play up in these close number situations quite a lot. And now they're up against an ecoing Na'Vi, and despite the fact they've suffered the first victim, they respond back immediately with a couple of their own, and now are firmly back in control of this round as it's just 3 USPs left out for Na'Vi.
Nothing that Na'Vi can really get done in this round. Just one by one walking out.
As they will have the WAWP in motion now with Guardian and Simple, so that gives them a whole new look. Made things a lot more difficult on Misfits. It's just, it's just... Do we really need to say it at this point? It's just been happening all series long.
Just Shazam things, man. Guardian has not seen anything in this round.
Both AWPs down already.
Running scarce. 35 seconds left. Although the bomb is in mid, Davidovec is currently in Palace, and he's trying to get round the back, and Shazam's like, mate, get out my way.
Could have had another one. The trigger discipline, though, not to pop off his teammate. But look at Simple popping off with AWP. He's actually giving his team a chance. Look at him go inside this site. Simple could ace it.